The Mississippi River reaching a potentially record flood stage, the question becomes just how much damage will be done if those floodwaters do not recede. Joining us now with this week's Bottom Line is Neil Melancon. And Neil, this is really unlike anything we have ever seen, and if you've been keeping up with current events, this river stage is really becoming potentially dangerous.
It really is, Mike, and the main economic damage we're seeing from this is just the loss of a little bit of farmland to these floodwaters and fields that will probably be unavailable for cattle for quite some time. Already we're seeing the opening of the Bonnet spillway in order to relieve the pressure on the lower part of the Mississippi River. So overall widespread property and crop damage will hopefully be avoided. Further north along the river we've seen much worse, with the boot heel of Missouri losing about 130,000 acres of corn in one fell swoop, and that they're saying is going to be out of commission potentially for years. Now we won't see anything like that here in the state, but what we will see is a lot of otherwise productive cropland taken out, possibly for the rest of the season. The good news is we've had plenty of warnings, so farmers have been able to move their equipment like tractors and combines out of the way. The bad news is that the river is at its highest stage, as you said, historic since the Great Flood of 1927, so many people are nervous about the levee holding. Now, one farmer I spoke to along the river say they've been busy laying down sandbags, but thinks it's a hopeless endeavor given how much the river will rise. The bottom line here is we're still waiting and seeing where the final crest will be in several areas along the river, and hopefully, Mike, disaster can be averted.
And I know, Neil, a lot of those farmers out there are pinning their hopes on the opening of the Bonnet spillway as well as the Morganza spillway, and Morganza spillway has not been opened since 1973. Neil Melancon, thanks. And remember, you can listen to any of Neil's reports on the Louisiana Farm Bureau radio network. For a list of stations where you can tune in or listen online, click on over to our website, twilatv.org, and look for the LFB radio network link on the left side of the homepage. That does it for this edition of This Week in Louisiana Agriculture. Join us again next week when we'll show you how young farmers and ranchers are taking up arms to help education. Until then, you can watch any of our stories online. Just visit our website, twilatv.org. For all of us here at This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, I'm Michael Dana. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope to see you again right here next week.